I'm Philko, and this is some girl trying to skateboard. Ready?
Yes!
Now, what we have here is a white girl in the ghetto trying to skateboard. Now, the black guy's job is to keep her safe in the neighborhood, and not only that, he is now to make sure she doesn't bust her ass. Because if she does bust her ass, this video would go viral and she would be embarrassed. But he's doing a good job keeping her safe. The black women around do not mind her, as for she is similar to them in many ways.
Feel.
Yes, if you want to roll, I'll roll with you. Just give me your hand. Ready?
Yeah. Yahoo!
See? Oh my, you're going the opposite direction. Okay. I don't want to risk your help. Okay, that. Yo, what's up, world? It is your boy Philko here, reporting live from Brooklyn, New York. I'm actually in the room right now in which I grew up in, and it's been through so many transformations. I was just thinking about it. This room has been all black at one point when I was a teenager. It was like blue at one point. It's just, I've been living here. I first moved here when I was like 12, and now I'm like 28, so that's like 16 years almost in this house, you know what I mean? Like 16 years, so this is like my life, this room right here. I've been through so much, ever since I had a step family, all that crazy stuff. But anyway, now, and don't mind, that's just my roommate talking to his girlfriend on the phone. But I'm pretty sure I'm much louder, so you don't have to worry about it. Bring the camera closer so you can hear me. This is going to be the story of me and my ex. Now, the reason why I want to make this video is because a lot of you know that I went to Russia, but a lot of you don't know the story behind me actually going to Russia. A lot of people actually don't know this story. They think I went to Russia because I was like, I want to make money and blah, 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 blah. That wasn't it. Let me tell you what happened with me and my ex-girlfriend now. I never really wanted to make videos about her because, I didn't really want to put her out there like that, but she's not even a social media person. So it's not like she's going to get a barrage of emails and stuff like some other girls I made videos with. She's not a social media person, so there's no reason for me not to, so I guess I'll get to it. Me and my ex, Dasha. The story of me and Dasha this was back in whatever, I don't fucking give in time frames. I hate giving time frames because I'm always wrong. But I was making YouTube videos. I was kind of popular at this time, I've been making videos for like 6 months and stuff. And there was a girl. There was a girl on Kontakte, which is the Russian Facebook Kontakte, and she was like, "Oh, Phil, I always want to meet you. I'm a big fan." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. This isn't Dasha. This is her friend." She's like, "Oh, that's cool. I want to meet you. Blah blah blah." And I was like, "All right, that's great. One day if you come to New York, we can meet." Next thing you know, she got her visa. She got her visa, and I was like, "Wow, congratulations, you got your visa." And then this girl was like, let's just call her Skinny Girl, because I don't want to involve her. The skinny chick was like, "Yeah, let's hang out sometime. I'm coming to New York." I'm like, "Sure, all right." So she comes to New York, and at this time, like me and this club Webster Hall, we were like really close. If you're in New York City, you ever been in Webster Hall? That used to be my spot. Like 2012, 2011, 2010, 2009, I was there almost every weekend. That was my spot. Everyone knew me. I'd get people in for free. That was my shit. So I was like, "Yeah, there's a party going down at Webster Hall." She's like, "Really?" "Yeah." And I was like, "You should come down to the party." And she was like, "Yeah, I want to go. I'm definitely going to come, and I'm going to bring some friends." I'm like, "You want to bring friends?" She's like, "Yeah." And I was like, Now, at the time, I didn't know what she wanted from me. I didn't know if she wanted friendship or not. I assumed she wanted more than friendship. That's usually what it is, at least half the time. And so I was like, "Okay, just show me links of your friends. I'm just curious to see your friends." So she sent me 2 links. I looked at one. I was like, "Okay." Then I looked at this other link of her other friend. And I remember me just like, first, I just remember seeing some of the most amazing pair of blue eyes I've ever seen. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, uh-oh, we're going to have a problem. Because if this skinny girl likes me, we're going to have a problem. But this girl, Dasha, with the blue eyes, was just killing me. Like, it was all her eyes and her haircut. That was it at the time. That was it. Just her eyes and her haircut was just, I just loved it. I was like, God, this girl is so pretty. So then I told the skinny chick like 2 days later, I'm like, all right, you guys ready to meet up? She's like, yeah. At this time I had my friend with me, my homie. He where the hell was he from? I forgot where he was from. But he was cool. He's like he's not Muslim. I don't think he's Muslim. He's from Turkey. My Turkish friend. Yeah, my Turkish friend. And he's an important guy. I don't want to involve him by name either. But my Turkish friend and I, we used to hang out a lot. He's the one guy I met the whole summer. I don't meet guys often. I don't meet guys that I would hang out with outside the club. I have tons of club homies. And these are guys that I only talk to or see in the club. This is the only guy I met that whole year, 2012, which we would actually hang out at each other's homes or something like that. Just him, my Turkish homie. So I tell him, all right, these 2 girls are coming over. I want you to come. I want you to, there's going to be 2 girls, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be alone with 2 girls. I hate being alone with multiple girls. I've always been like that. People don't know that about me. I say it. They don't believe me. I fucking hate it, especially in Russia. But I hate being alone with more than one girl when we're outside. And so, whatever, we go to meet them. We get the cab. We go to meet them somewhere near, it was near like 63rd and Lexington, like where the F train lets you off. At 63rd and Lexington. And I see them. They see me. We meet, whatever. And so, we all get in the car. My Turkish homie's in the front. It's me, skinny chick, then Dasha. Just like that. We're sitting there. And I'm talking to the skinny chick most of the time. Trying not to look at Dasha too much. Because I didn't know what the skinny chick wanted. If she wanted to be with me, I couldn't just date her friend. I'm not like that. I'm not a friend dater. I don't mess with that whole small circle thing. But it all depended on whether the skinny chick wanted to date me or not. That's what it all depended on. And so then we get to the apartment. This is my Queensbridge apartment. We went straight to the projects. As you saw in the video before this, we were in the projects. That's not the first day we met, but that was just another time we went there. So I brought him to the crib, whatever, and we started drinking. Now, for some reason, as she tells the story, and I believe it did happen this way because I trust her. She's not big on lying and stuff. She's a pretty honest girl, very nice too. We were at the apartment, and when we were there, I wasn't talking much. I wasn't talking to her. They were busy talking to my Turkish friend the whole time. And the reason I do that is because I do that a lot when I meet people and I like them, because I kind of want to learn how they are before I say too much and sound stupid. I do this all the time, ever since I was younger. That's why I don't like being alone with a group of people and it's my first time meeting them. I'd rather someone else talk to them. I talk a little bit, but I listen more to learn what they're like so I know how to speak to them. So I guess she was a little offended by that a little bit or something. So we were there for like an hour and a half getting drunk, drinking. And one thing I loved about her since the start was everything I said, she always gave the answer I wanted to hear. Always. So I was like, yo man, all right, we have 5 shots already. Who's ready for another one? Me. She was just ready. I was like, damn girl, you ready? And then we had another shot. And then I was like, man, I love dancing. I can't wait to the club. I hope you girls like dancing. And Dasha was like, hell yeah, I love dancing. We're going to dance at the club. I'm like, yeah. Just everything she said, I liked it. Everything she was saying. Only thing I didn't like was that she smoked. At the time she smoked. At this time she smoked. So she was like, oh, can I smoke somewhere? I'm like, yeah, you can smoke out the window. I was not letting her go outside to smoke like I let some people do. I was not putting her out there with the wolves. I wasn't doing that. It's like, okay, you can go smoke out the window. So this is something we always laugh about. When we don't talk that much anymore, but when we were together, we'd always make fun of this. So like when I tried to flirt with her this day, it was like the worst flirting attempt ever. I was like, I gave her a lighter and I was like, enjoy your cigarette. Like it was just so bullshit because I hate cigarettes, but I was interested in her, so I was like, okay, good luck. Enjoy your cigarette. And she's like, okay. I don't have the best game, guys. I don't have the best game. I don't have the best game. That's why I don't approach people in Russia. They approach me. But I don't have the best game. So we laughed about that. So it was time for us to leave. So we were leaving, and I saw her as we were leaving. Like, she was kind of with my Turkish friend more. Like, they were kind of paired, and I was kind of paired with the skinny chick. Like, I would say, yeah, I was kind of jealous, but I didn't say much because, I just met them. I didn't know them. So we get on the train, and, we're kind of drunk and stuff. And I remember when I was on the train, I was thinking, like, it's either I do it now or I never do it. It's either I go for this girl right now or I just won't. You know what I mean? So as we're on the train, I forgot exactly what I said because I was kind of gone. But I basically just said something like, you're interesting. I think I like you. Like that. And I was like, I really think I like you. And I kind of just like kept pointing at her like, I think I like you, even though it was sitting like this. The sitting was me, skinny chick, Dasha, Turkish friend. So I was like, I passed skinny chick. I was like, I think I like you, just to make it obvious. And sure enough, after I said that, we left the train station kind of together, talking. Then we were paired, and the Turkish guy were paired with my skinny friend. So this is where we first started talking to each other, or started pairing, whatever, like fucking Bluetooth devices. So this is when we start pairing. So we get into the club. The club was good. Big club. Webster Hall is a big ass club. It has like 4 floors, different kinds of music. At this day, it was a foam party. It was a foam party. So these were expensive tickets and stuff, but I got them because I'm Phil. At the time, it was real cool. At that time, I was cool for a different reason. It was a foam party. So there's foam and soap falling from the sky, whatever. So we get there, we start dancing, nothing too serious. We're all kind of dancing with each other. So I noticed the skinny chick was scanning. She was scanning, she was kind of drunk. She was scanning. And I got the feeling that she wanted to migrate. But not just migrate. She wanted to migrate away from me and my Turkish friend. Now, how I kicked game in 2012 was that I played the role of like a guy who didn't give a shit. Like, I didn't care. Like if I go to a club with 3 girls and all 3 girls say, hey, we want to go be on our own, I'm like, all right, go ahead. Like, that's how I was. But on this day, I wasn't like that. Not with Dasha. So she was like, all right, Dasha, in Russian. She's like, all right, Dasha, let's go walk around. And like, I don't know what made me do this. This isn't my personality. Even my Turkish friend was surprised. This isn't me. As she tried to walk away with Dasha, I grabbed Dasha's hand and I was like, wait, no. Me and you are together tonight. And that's not me. That's not me. I was like, no matter how drunk I am, dog, it's not me. I've never done that except for that one time. And she was like, oh, you want to stay with me? I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay. And then, of course, skinny friend was kind of tight, so she went off on her own. Then me and Dasha started dancing. And then we had our first kiss, like, surrounded by foam and all that stuff. Like, our first kiss was pretty insane. And then, my Turkish friend walked off trying to find him a girl, whatever. So then we go downstairs. All right, it's not graphic. We go downstairs and if you ever been in Webster Hall, on the main floor, not the main floor, but basically the floor that you're on when you enter the club, it's like a little stage. There's like a gate behind the stage where you get nasty, like where they do like the dance hall shit and like bumping and grinding and we call it in slang like getting dubs. That's when a girl's dancing on you or like butts on you. But there's another word I'm looking for. I just can't remember. But basically, it's where the dudes get dubs with their backs against the wall or basically against the fence. We went there and she started dancing like a black chick on me, and I was like, holy shit! I didn't see that coming. Now, what's interesting is, just a side note. At this time, I noticed she was a little thick. The dress she wore this day was a big puffy dress. You couldn't see her figure. You couldn't see it. I assumed she was fat. That's what I thought. When the next day I told my friend Steve, I'm like, yeah, I'm really into this girl. I think she's a little fat, but I'm really into her. I really like her for some reason. This is before I knew anything else about her body. I just thought she was fat. In her picture, she doesn't show that stuff. She's not like that. She's very, she's conservative. She doesn't like showing off her body or anything like that. She's not like that. Maybe now, after we got together, a lot of girls say I changed girls and stuff, and I actually did change her, but I'll get to that in another video, so she probably does that now. But back then, she wasn't like that at all. And so, it was a great night, I go home, she doesn't come home with me, which is the best thing a girl can do on the first day we meet, is not go home with me. The best thing. So I was like, yes, she didn't do it, which is great. So I realized the next morning that, I had a lot of fun and I really liked this girl. And then I remember telling her that I liked her and I was interested in her. And I guess she didn't believe me, and I said, what if I put a picture of you right now on my contacted wall? And this one I had about 10,000 followers. That's still a lot on my contacted wall. And I was like, what if I put a photo of you on my contacted wall right now and say you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen? And she was like, I'd laugh. So I was like, fine. And I did it. And I never do that stuff because it's bad for business. It's bad for business. A lot of girls like talking to me and stuff because they assume I'm single. So even when we were dating and I was touring, she didn't want people to know I had a girlfriend. It's bad for business. Everyone knows that. But I still did it because I was really into this girl. Like, it was all in the eyes. It was all in the eyes. Her eyes just drove me crazy. I can never explain the feeling like when I first looked at her, like after our first kiss and she was looking at me. I can't explain that feeling. So I do that, whatever, and then she decides to see me again. Now, I only saw her one time in that puffy blue dress. It was a very puffy blue dress. You couldn't really see anything, right? So she said, all right, let's meet at Union Square. So this time it's me and my friend Steve. And I gave my friend Steve the warning. I was like, look, Steve, you know I get girls and shit. This girl, she's really, really pretty, but she's kind of fat. I think she's fat because I remember we were dancing. I felt a lot on her. So I think she's kind of fat. Her face is a little chubby. You know, she's cute. But I don't think she's that fat. We'll find out when she gets here. I didn't know, right? So we're standing there waiting, and all I remember is seeing, like, from a distance, some girl in a black and white striped dress. And you see, like, black dudes as she walks by them, like, damn, just vocalizing it. Just vocalizing it. And I'm like, damn, who the fuck is that girl? That girl is bad. Like, I didn't notice anything at that time. I didn't know who it was. So I just, like, I don't want to look thirsty, so I'm like, all right, this girl's going to walk past. And I'm going to look like I don't care. Maybe I'll grab her attention. That's just how I think. You know, I'm stupid. So as I stand there, and I just take one more peek, and I realize something. I'm like, oh, that's the skinny girl next to Dash.